Hello, my name is Mark Battaglini. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer for the Alliance for Regenerative Medicine, and it is my privilege today to have a discussion with Matthew Durdy, Chief Executive Officer of the Cell and Gene Therapy Catapult. Welcome. This is going to be an interesting conversation. You and I have known each other for some time now. For the audience, can you just give kind of an understanding of how Catapult fits into the ecosystem of the UK innovation process that's now going on?
Sure. The Catapult concept was basically emerged because of a realization that there's a gap between brilliant invention that goes on in the research space and the translation of that invention into commercializable product that benefits society. So it's an institutional filler for that gap. It's not just about money, it's about the capability to take things and translate them into usable products and services through innovation.
Yeah. We heard yesterday actually during the major convocation about the challenges on manufacturing. What role does Catapult have in looking for novel manufacturing processes?
Yeah, absolutely. So there are four pillars to the way we approach the development of the industry as a whole. And we look at the global industry and say, what needs to happen for this industry to really thrive? And there needs to be a good flow of new technologies coming through, both therapeutic and manufacturing technologies. The cost of goods, products needs to come down quite dramatically. The uptake needs to go up, and there needs to be the ability of the industry as a whole to supply. So we work on all of those aspects, but particularly in the manufacturing space, there's a couple of that come in there. One is technologies that bring down the cost of goods, and the other is technologies that enable scale manufacturing. And particularly within that, as a Catapult, we focus on the things that the industry or industry companies won't do by themselves, but really require collaboration to make them thrive, or they need partnership to make them thrive. And the three big pushes that we've got for the coming few years are process analytical technologies, because that requires multiple parties in terms of the equipment supply, automation technologies, and digitization technologies, all of which require collaboration, but all of which require a certain degree of convergence and standardization as well, which is where we come into the process to bring everybody together.
Talk to me a little bit about the ATTC, the Advanced Therapeutic Centers. Where does that fit in the pillars of focus within Catapult?
So the Advanced Therapeutic Centers are very much about that block of work that says what we need to do is to increase the uptake of cell and gene therapies into the healthcare system. And there are a number of things that get in the way of that. One is getting into and out of clinical trials rapidly. Another is the skills and knowledge within the healthcare system to use advanced therapies cost effectively. And the ATTCs are a collection of four groupings which focus down on really developing the practice and the science of clinical trials and clinical use. And they are a unique resource. I haven't come across anything globally where there is that focus on really enabling the healthcare system to use ATMPs.
Talk to me a little bit about the challenges within the cell and gene therapy sector in Europe overall, and where do you think Catapult can fit into being part of the solution for the challenges?
Yeah, we've got to remember that the ATMP industry is founded upon extreme efficacy. It's founded upon a number of products and the expectation of more products that are able to change patients' lives in a way that no other competing class can do. And that's a mountain we need to climb to get those to patients. Now, where Europe is at the moment is a leveling off of the path up that mountain. We're not going down the mountain, we're just simply taking a breath before we get to the next steep bit. And I'm extremely positive about what's going on. There is a little bit of noise around regulation, there's a little bit of noise around adoption. I think that's stronger in the EU than it is in the UK. There's a very positive attitude towards regulation and adoption within the UK. And I think this is just a phase that we'll go through. You know, over the last 15 years that I've been in this industry, we have seen these moments, and the power of ATMPs powers through those moments.
Yeah. You think Europe can maintain or enhance its competitive advantage compared to the U.S. and Asian markets?
It depends from what perspective you're thinking about that competitive advantage. The uptake of ATMPs is not a competitive issue. It's an issue about making sure that patients receive the products. And I think the EU will catch up with that when they see the value of ATMPs demonstrated elsewhere.
Yeah.
I think from a technological point of view, I think the US, possibly the UK, and some of the Asian markets will show the way on that.
Yeah, terrific. My experience is a Catapult is a critical component for advancing the interests of cell and gene therapy on many fronts. I would encourage the audience to look at the very detailed and thorough brochure where you can find on what site?
www.ct.catapult.org.uk.
Terrific. Matthew, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you.